Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Model Kit Review. Today, I've got a really cool model kit review for you. It is Lindberg's 1/48 scale Republic XF-91 Thunderceptor. And this is the Lindberg kit number 5308. In this in-process model kit review, we're going to be taking a look at the kit plastic and how it's built up so far. We'll take a look at the detail parts, what those look like, and what's included in the box. We'll also take a look at the kit instructions, and we'll go through those. We'll take a look at the clear parts and how they fit and the clarity of those. We'll also take a look at the surface detailing on the kit. We will take a look at the decals that come with the kit. We will look at the fit of the major parts that are included in the kit. We'll also take a look at the box art. And we'll be asking the question, is this classic kit still worth building? I recently picked up this kit at an antique show. I had never heard of this kit before. Evidently, it was a kit that was available through a mail order club that Lindberg sponsored. And when I purchased the kit, it did not have a box. It came in more of a mail pouch. Right off the bat, if you want an XF-91 in 1/48 scale, to my knowledge, this is the only game in town. This is a large kit, and it's really closer in size to a World War II bomber than it is to a World War II fighter aircraft. The Republic XF-91 Thunderceptor was designed as a high-altitude interceptor. It first flew on May 9th of 1949. And it was powered by a jet engine in combination with 4 rocket engines. After 3 years of flight tests, it finally exceeded Mach 1 in level flight in December of 1952. One of the odd design features was the inverse tapered wings that got fatter towards the wingtips. The wings themselves were variable incidence, meaning the front could tilt upwards for takeoff and landing, very similar to the F-8 Crusader. While this aircraft never went into production, it's a pretty cool oddball prototype, and it's neat to see this one modeled in 1/48 scale. Looking at the kit instructions, the kit instructions, like the kit itself, are on the very basic side. There is literally a one-page instruction sheet, and building this kit will involve going back and forth between the diagram on the right and the instructions on the left, and just trying to work out and figure out where parts go, how things should be assembled. There's not really an interior on this kit. The pilot is a basic pilot figure. The seat is incredibly basic. So if you wanted something a little bit more accurate, you could probably get a resin replacement for an F-84 and use that instead of what comes in the kit. Another omission on this kit, there is no landing gear wheel well detail. This kit is really designed such that you could build it in the in-flight position on a stand. If you're going to build the landing gear in the lowered position, there are separate gear doors, and so as long as you don't turn the model over and look underneath it, you won't notice the lack of gear well interiors. Pretty much every part on this kit has some sort of flash that needs to be cleaned up, and a kit like this would probably frustrate a serious modeler. This kit is more akin to a cartoon caricature of an XF-91 than a hyper-accurate replica. Looking at the clear parts, it seems like they'll fit pretty decently, but the clarity is definitely not there. The canopy will require some polishing and a dip in future floor polish. The decals on this kit are very basic. They're not incredibly comprehensive. And if I had one critique, it looks like the blue on the stars and bars is a little bit too blue, and it should be a much darker shade. The nice thing is these are easily replaceable. The first thing you notice looking at the plastic parts on this kit is the amount of raised rivet detail. It is quite extensive, and I will probably sand down some of this to really tone that rivet detail down. In conclusion, is this classic kit still worth building? Well, it's the only game in town if you want a 1/48 scale XF-91. So your choice is really to build it or not. Because of the amount of cleanup on all of the parts on this kit, it's really not a kit for beginners, even though there's a very low parts count. If you're a rivet counter, a kit like this is going to drive you crazy. it's never going to be a hyper accurate representation of the subject it's emulating. I know a lot of you out there might be thinking, why in the world would you build a kit like this? For me, first of all, it's kind of a trip down memory lane. I used to build kits like this as a kid, and so to me, this is typical of what models used to look like. I know going into it that this kit will never be a super serious scale replica of an XF-91, and I just have to relax a little bit and build it as best I can and enjoy the process. And I keep in mind that this will never come out as well as an Eduard kit. There's just no way. If you can relax a little bit and just have fun with this kit and use it as a palette to improve your modeling skills, I think this build could be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to completing it just to have something different on the shelf and something that I will probably never see modeled by anyone else in the future. All right, I'd love to know what you guys think. If this is the kind of kit that you really shy away from, or a kind of kit that you would actually gravitate towards and consider building, please let me know in the comment section below. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, model on.